All right, last clip for the animal video. I'm gonna combo the horse and the zebra into one. So I have giraffe, cat, horse, and bunny. I will show you the differences between the horse and the zebra though. All right, can you guys see everything that's going on here? Great. So the giraffe, this is another one that it's pretty hard to draw this creature. So when I draw the shape of his body, I'm gonna kind of draw it in. There's gonna be an oval at the back and maybe like kind of like a candy corn shape. I don't really even know how to explain this. It's kind of like a curvy dollar bill, okay, something like that. Gets skinnier at this side, and then there's an oval, okay? His body is really oddly shapen, and I think that's why it's so difficult for me to draw them. Here's his neck, kind of curves up like this, head at the top. You know, before we do any more on the head, though, let's go down and draw the legs. If you'll notice, the legs are kind of equally as long as the head. Maybe just a hair shorter, but not really. I think that most people, when I see them draw giraffes, the biggest mistake they make is that they don't make the legs long enough. The legs are pretty long. Okay, so straight line, knee, there's his hoof. They have like really wide hooves. I'm gonna do a little bump at the back. Usually when there's a hoof, there's like a little knobby thing at the back there. Oval, oval, there's the front leg. He's got another front leg that kind of comes down like right here. I might even bring that chest out a little bit, draw another one. They're fairly similar in length even. Knobby, hoof, oval, oval. These hooves are getting a little bit wide. Make sure that they're kind of triangular. Mine are looking a little wide at the toe, but they shouldn't. They should be kind of like a triangle. Okay, the back leg. The one back leg kind of curves down and slants way forward, and then you can see his hoof kind of comes forward. Oval, lima bean for the haunches. Okay, this other back leg goes kind of straight down, the hoof comes forward, oval goes straight up, knobby thing at the back. Okay, so there's the giraffe legs. Again, make sure those hooves are shaped like triangles, so they're kind of like this shape for the hoof, okay? And then you see that knobby thing at the back, then it kind of connects in. It kind of looks like a human foot. I don't know. Anyway, all right. The neck, you want to give the neck double lines, make it a little bit thicker at the bottom. I'm going to add on a skinny oval up front here for his nose. And then that's kind of the shape of the face. He's kind of got like a long skinny snout, if you will. Something like that. And then we see two horns. You know what? Let me draw a bigger version of that head over here. I did it on this one. And it's really, he's got a strange shaped head, just like his body. So what I'm going to do on the larger version of the giraffe head, I'm going to start with a circle. And then I'm going to bring that circle down in like this. And then I'm going to draw like kind of like a raindrop shape for the tip of the nose, kind of like that, okay? So then when you trace it on the bottom, I'm going to drop maybe the bottom jaw down a little bit, go around this. It's kind of got like a wide lip on the top, connects pretty straight into the head. He's got like a really bony eyebrow bone there. And then I think we can see ears. I think his ear is like pointed out towards you. So I don't think you really see a lot of the ear. You do see definitely the horns coming up on the top of his head. And then you'll see like his little short, tiny mane kind of going down his back there, okay? For the giraffe eye, I really love to draw the giraffe eye. It should be, you know, every animal eye should kind of be based off of a circle with eyelids overlapping. But the only part that we see is just sort of like the middle part of that because it's overlapping on the top, overlapping on the bottom. I'm going to bring that top corner down just a skosh. So there's the giraffe face. Okay, kitty cat. This cat is going to be sitting. So I'm going to start with an oval on an angle, circle for the head. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in this arm. This one arm kind of comes forward and down, kind of like that, with a wide paw kind of spread out here. This arm comes straight down, wide paw. His back leg sits right here. I'm going to sit on oval on an angle, and then his paw comes forward. These guys connect at the back, making like a smooth corner. You can even see like a little bit of a bulge out up here because I think that there's a back part of the leg that's kind of overlapped that we're not seeing. His tail comes down and out here, kind of just lays on the ground. You could draw a tail that's up if you'd rather. His other back foot is kind of like back here behind this area, so we don't really see a whole lot going on with that. Okay, and then, yeah, I'm going to connect the head down into the neck. The cat face is facing us. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to draw a line across halfway so that we can get the eyes in the correct location. The eyes should be halfway up the face. Don't put them any higher. You may think that they're higher. I don't know why people always want to put eyes higher. I think it's because humans have foreheads and you want to like stop the hair at the forehead and not draw the hair, and then so you do the same thing in animals. I don't know. I don't understand why. A little triangle nose, little Y-shaped mouth, some big prominent cat ears, kind of rounded on the corners. And then the eyelids on the cat, just like the cheetah, are really what make that face look like a cat face. You can draw some big pupils in there. Okay, there we go. All right, onto the horse and zebra. For horse and zebra, I'm going to draw 3 ovals for the body. So a shoulder, a belly, hips. The back is going to sort of droop down a little bit, so you're going to do like a V on the back and really define the curve of that one oval for the belly. That middle oval is going to help create the belly. This back oval is going to help you round out and make the hips, whereas this front one is going to make the chest muscles like that. So see how I'm kind of drawing in these straight corners, straights and corners? Those help to make the horse look muscular. Okay, the legs are going to come straight down at the front. You know how we like to make the hoof go forward, bump at the back, knee in the middle. You can do a top oval, bottom oval. If you do the top oval, bottom oval, as opposed to like the dog when I just did one straight one, it tends to make the leg look a little bit more muscular. Obviously, the dogs have knees as well. We just don't always need to draw in every little detail. Okay, so I'm going to draw the top part of the horse's leg like a bean shape. Long, skinny bottom, hoof comes forward, bump at the back. And the other opposite leg, I'm just going to see basically the bottom part of the leg. And then I'm going to draw this other front leg kind of coming down here. You see a little bit of the bump in the back of the leg. You don't have to draw a ton of detail on that one. Just make sure the body overlaps that back leg. The tail pretty much drops straight down. If you're doing a zebra tail, so the horse's tail is real long. We kind of see it down behind the leg like this. A zebra tail would look more like a cow tail where you have like the straight part and then the bottom looks like a tuft of hair. The mane also differs greatly from one animal to the next. I honestly think that the zebra, can you guys still see this guy? I think the zebra's neck is a little bit wider, so that's one other difference. I'm going to do the horse neck, and then if you're doing a zebra, you can kind of just make his neck a little bit wider. The circle head part on the horse and the zebra should be pretty large. It's going to make this round cheekbone area on both animals. Okay, the horse's snout or the zebra snout look very similar. They kind of come down a little bit more narrow, kind of rounded at the tip of the nose. I'm gonna give the bottom jaw like a little bit of a dip in here and a round cheekbone, round jaw there. The horse's eye sits kind of back and docile, kind of droopy eyebrow, looks very relaxed, nostril up front, ears go forward. The ears on the zebra are pretty much the same, so far we're looking very similar. This part of the horse's head is very straight. Maybe you see like a little bit of an eye bump there. And the zebra mane will be very short like this, where it just kind of spikes up. You might even want to draw it like a perfectly wavy line. Sorry, let me do like this again. So I'm just going to draw the zebra mane kind of like with a line like that and just draw lines in it so that it looks like it's made up of hair as opposed to drawing in each individual piece of hair. The horse's mane, let's say this is a horse head here. Here's a horse head. The horse's mane will probably drop down on this side where we can see like the bottom of the hair kind of folding over. I think that's it. Did I get all the details there? Okay, the bunny. The bunny is another one that is surprisingly hard as well. So for the bunny, I feel like people want to just draw outlines. They don't want to draw these ovals and forms. But those ovals are important to making the rabbit look three-dimensional, okay? So I'm going to start with an oval. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of flatten off the bottom of the oval like that. Just draw a straight line. The back leg is made up of an oval on an angle and then a little wide oval for the foot. Those will be connected with kind of a curvy line right here, okay? And then I'm going to kind of define that foot where it crosses in front of the leg. This front leg, I'm going to start actually with the paw. And then I'm going to do, sorry, we're going to see a little bit more of this oval, kind of like an elbow, I guess, if you will. I'm going to draw in a little bit of an elbow there and a little bit of like a curve where like the leg maybe crosses into the chest. The chest will then kind of fluff out a little bit. He's got a fluffy chest. I'm going to draw an oval for this back paw, kind of flatten it off on the bottom. kind of lines up with the bottom of the body. All right, now for the head. The head of the bunny is going to start with a circle right here. Then we're going to draw a smaller circle right here overlapping. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to square up the nose quite a bit. So I'm going to draw like a diagonal here, and a diagonal this way, leading the bunny nose kind of up into the face. Most of the bunny is very curvy. You could even draw some like hairs down here so it looks very fluffy. And then I'm really going to define the bunny's eyebrow bone up here where it kind of leads into the top of the head, like that. One ear looks like the shape of a leaf, kind of like this. And then the other ear spans out really big, kind of like this. I don't know why, I just feel like I'm not videoing. Okay, I am. All right, anyway, moving right along. So there's the ear, there's the opening in the ear. This one we can see like the little opening. Okay, so there's his ears. Oh, by the way, the head would cross in front of this ear on that side of the body. Now I'm going to draw the bunny eye. By the way, you can draw a little bit more fur fluff in there if you want to. And you could add fur fluff in other areas, like especially like right in here, even by his paws. His paws are kind of fluffy. The belly's kind of fluffy. So feel free to add in those little fluffy lines. Or I guess zigzaggy lines is really more what they look like. All right, for the bunny eye, I'm going to draw a big circle. I think I'm going to drop mine down just a little bit, more like right here. And then I'm going to draw an eyelid that crosses over the top. And then down, and one that goes around the bottom. You want to keep a lot of the round area of the eye. You don't want to overlap that a lot. Later on, you could color it all in and leave like a little glare on the top, and then just give him a little Y for his nose. And that's pretty much it. The bunny is done. All right, guys, thanks for listening.